How's it going, everyone? It's me, Vivi, and let's talk about something different this time. MediEvil has risen from its grave. Did I just make a pun? It wasn't intentional, alright? Today, October 31st, it's Halloween at 10 AM Eastern Time. We finally got a first look at MediEvil Remake. It's a remake, folks. During the latest PlayStation Blockcast, which happened last week, Shawn Layden spoke and said that on October 31st, expect a trailer to drop. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect timing, it fits the spirit of Halloween. After almost a year of dry season, Sony finally decided to drop a trailer. The remake is planned for 2019, no further details on the exact month. You know, it's still early, I'm not surprised. We can tell the game is still in early development. The HUD is missing, that's one, and the frame rate sometimes it feels a bit off. You know, it's early footage, I'm not surprised, fair enough, but at least this is our first look at extended footage, let's say. Last year's PlayStation experience, which wasn't that great, Layden revealed a MediEvil t-shirt at the end. At least we got a little surprise like that. People freaked out, and we got a teaser. Ever since that day, up until Layden's interview on Blockcast, people were wondering if it's a remake we're talking about, or just a remaster. The teaser from 2017 didn't make it clear. Yes, it did say remastered, but looking at Crash Bandicoot back in 2017, that's what people were comparing it to. So, is that a remake or a remaster? Guys, it's a pure remake of the original game on PS1, not the remake of the remake on PSP. The technical term I should be using for that one is a reimagining. Back in 2005, for the PlayStation Portable, we got a reimagining of the original. But as for this remake, it's not a remake of the reimagining. We're talking about the classic game here. I find it quite humorous. Shawn Layden calls this a remake, but before all this, you know, the announcement of Crash Insane Trilogy, he called it a remaster from the ground up. But in this trailer, it says remade from the ground up. And then in the previous, well, the teaser, it says remastered. I have no idea why they keep interchanging terms here. I mean, which one is it? You're confusing people. Like, I always saw Crash and Spyro as remakes. That's what they are technically. Games made from scratch. Different engines. That's the proper term they should be using, not remaster. But anyways, Layden also explained that Sony will be working with some of the original crew members. From the Cambridge team, I take it, right? To the original crew. As for Cambridge, what happened to it? Well, they did make a MediEvil 1, MediEvil 2, the PSP Resurrection as well. Long story short, Cambridge is no more. So whatever they did, they were able to pick a few members, find them, you know, so they get involved with the project. As for the new team, we're looking at the International Software Development Team at Sony and Other Ocean Interactive. This company is known for games like Amazing Spider-Man. The games you see on screen are the games they worked on. Yeah, you don't see the Amazing Spider-Man on screen, but they did work on it as well if you look it up. Are any of the original voice actors returning, you might say, since we're talking about the original crew members? Well, some of them. We got a hint that the original voice of Sir Daniel is reprising his role. Jason Wilson, that's the guy, who was also lead artist and co-designer of MediEvil. Back on October 23rd, he had made a tweet saying he's getting prepared for a job with a bucket on his head. Originally, he voiced Sir Dan with greeded teeth with the bucket on his head, if you didn't get the reference. I mean, that's surely the reference, right? The tweet he made got removed. Maybe he was told to do it, or he just wants to keep it a surprise. I think we hear Sir Daniel's voice at the end. I don't think it's the arm, but I think it's Daniel. As for Chris Sorrell, the original producer, well, he was surprised by the news of this remake back in 2017, how it all came out of the blue. That should tell us that he's not part of the project. He even said it, but this was back in 2017, right? So who knows what happened between then and now. As for this article from 2017, well, he feared that this remake or remaster, you know, the term people used back then, he was afraid that this remake, the proper term they're using right now, would be based off Resurrection. You know, because the source assets for that one would be the most updated ones. But looking at Spyro and Crash, I take it everything's gonna be made from scratch. I mean, if not, well, I guess they're gonna have to use assets, but really, if it's done from scratch. it's doable, looking at how they handled Crash and Spyro. Now, he's not part of the team. You guys might say, why should he be afraid about this remake? Well, I mean, he created the original, right? He feels the original was the core MediEvil game, best of the bunch, and his wish came true. We are looking at a remake of the original. He did admit liking Sir Dan's updated look in the PSP game, but that was it. When it comes to praising the PSP version, I'd say, just looking at what he said. As for James Wilson, he was also surprised by this announcement. So in short, the co-creators were both surprised and had no idea a remake was coming. But it looks like, at least for Wilson, he's gonna reprise his role. Seeing as how he voiced Sir Dan in the PSP Resurrection game, well, I won't be surprised if he's back. Be aware guys, we are only getting a remake of the first one. We're not looking at a bundle, or 3 games. We never got MediEvil 3 anyways. So who knows about the second one? It all comes down to sales, right? Unless they're hiding the fact that they're gonna make a second one already, but who knows? Before I end off the video, well, MediEvil will run up to 4K on the PlayStation Pro. And I don't think I'm missing anything. That's pretty much it when it comes to everything we know about the MediEvil remake. As for updates, Shawn Layden explained that we should expect more info in the upcoming months. So with that being said guys, if you have any questions, leave everything in the comments section below. And yeah, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching, and happy Halloween folks!